Hello, everybody. It is Erin Dalia from the Mystic Healing Alliance on meetup.com and from Wanderlust Healing and on my social media and YouTube channels. I'm so excited to be teaching this class for the first time on record for everybody out there to start tuning into the light. And what does that mean? So today's class is Soul Codes, a virtual temple of light language and remembering. And what does that really mean? There is an innate part of us, whether we are in touch with it or not, that is activated by various forms of light language, sound, singing, remembering, embodying. And it's not a mental causality. It's not a part of our brain that, processes our external environment or analyzes the internal reality. The part that we are going to start exploring with this light language series of classes is what happens when you are feeling something in your environment. Maybe it's something in your energetic field, or emotionally, you're coming up with things that have really no reason to exist in your world. And they keep pushing against you, and it causes your body and your mind to have a reaction that maybe you're not aware of, and it's setting you off, and it's triggering you, and it can make you angry, and it can make you anxious, and it can make you depressed. It can really push the wheel of your emotional circumference in your world. And what a lot of that is that is your soul codes. That is the part of you which I ask you to not have an allergic reaction to my words. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. It's that higher divine part of you that's coming in. It's time to be called. It's time to be refined. It's time to be remembered. And that's what light language and activation really means. It means that you're listening to a transmission from somebody like myself who is in tune enough to transmit for you so that you can start resonating at that frequency and subconsciously and innately start knowing and start remembering. And that's what we're going to be exploring through today's transmission and class. It is the opportunity for you to take this information on without having to have a conscious understanding of what's going on. And that might sound a little off for some of you because we're also used to processing in this human way. In this, I'm really, okay, yeah, I know I'm a divine being. I know I'm a soul. I know I have all this, whatever, so on and so forth. But this other, but I'm here. I'm in the real world. I've got a body. I have to pay my bills. I have to raise my kids, all of that kind of stuff. And so this is where those two words start colliding. And when your soul is really ready for you to resonate at a higher frequency by embodying more love, embodying more joy and compassion, by letting go of all of those judgments and harsher realities that we hold of ourselves in order to be who we are, to be free, to be happy, right? And that's what these classes are about. That's what this part of the mystic adventure is about letting that soul archetype reality into this world and to embody it as part of your human experience. And it sounds really glorious and it can sound a little phooey. So I'm sorry if that doesn't resonate with you. But if it does resonate with you and you've hit a wall and you've hit a plateau, these classes will also help you align differently so that you can move forward in a more positive and empowered way. So that is our class today. We are going to be stepping into a field of truth, a sacred sound. May our voices awaken what has always lived deep within us. We're going to start with just some breath work to even out our field, even out our nervous system. Now, the nervous system does play a really big role in how we process energy, especially divine energy, because oftentimes it's a foreign experience for the nervous system and it can come in feeling quite harsh. And what does that mean? Our bodies are programmed to protect us. Our nervous system is programmed to be reactive, to protect you. And so anything that can feel different, it doesn't differentiate between positive different and negative different. And so sometimes you can walk around being like, oh, I kind of feel something. Feels like maybe out here or out here. And I don't really know what that is. And I'm going to be like anxious and hyper aware. But that's your autonomic way of protecting the self, the body, right? Because you're trying to anticipate, whether or not you need to flight or flight and get out of here. So if you do feel a little bit of that fear, I ask you to surrender to that edge. And what is that? The edge is where, in an emotional, physical, or mental experience, it's the part where you can stand tall and experience what you're going through without pushing forward, without disassociation, without you needing to rationalize or judge what you're experiencing. You can just experience it for its nonlinear release that you are needing. And so that's really important to keep in mind when you surrender. That's the point where you go. That's the point where you stand and you say, okay, I can comfortably stand here. I can take it at this point. And so this is where I'm going to be. And at some point, you might be able to walk a little bit further or experience a little bit more, push a little bit harder, but not until you kind of feel it. And that's what these classes are about as well. So let's do a little bit of calming breath work before we go into a soul transmission and a little bit of kind of guided light language, where I'm really just going to ask you to sit in a meditative response, or I'm really going to ask you to sit and be comfortable in your meditative seat as we're finishing up the breath work and take on whatever feels good for you. Allow the not understanding to just ripple through you and to release on that edge of needing to control in order to receive. So I invite you to get comfortable, to sit down in whatever meditative stance works best for you. If this is something new that you've done, then take the time to sit in a chair or a comfortable position that works for you so that you can really not worry about how the physical body is reacting to maybe a pain, because sitting cross-legged might be a little much for you for any duration. And give yourself permission to have this safe space, to remember something that is so old within you that it doesn't have conscious words yet. So go ahead and get comfortable. Let your hands lay in your lap. As you feel guided to and are ready for it, let your eyes come to a close and start to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose for a few breaths. Just connecting to the breath, breathing in, feeling the air come through the nostrils, feeling it as it flows behind the throat into the chest. And as you exhale, how the chest and shoulders fall ever so slightly. The back of your throat becomes slightly moist, and the tip of your nose is nice and warm. Continue breathing at whatever cadence is natural for you. Taking just a few moments to release all of your day. Release all of the moments prior to just being here and being present. Letting your mind settle if there's any chatter going on. Acknowledge it. Try not to participate with it. And come back to one of the sensations of your breath that you connect to the most. For the next few rounds of your breath, I want you to, as you inhale, bring the breath into your abdominal area, allowing the stomach to expand as you inhale and to gently fall as you exhale. Staying at whatever natural cadence works for you. And now we're going to start inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling slowly through your mouth to a count of 6 in a circular breath. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Coming back to your natural cadence of breath. Letting yourself settle into all the new sensations that we've created from the breath. Feeling a deeper level of relaxation and expanse in the lungs. And now we're going to come together and do a few ohms. You can either ohm with me, or if you choose to remain in silence, please do so. After we ohm, I will start the light language transmission for you to embrace. Remember, this is just a point of remembering for you. It's a point of experience. You do not need to participate. You just need to listen. If you have mind chatter or judgment or whatever it may be, come back to the connected breath. What part of your breath sensation do you connect with the most? And allow yourself to focus as you receive. As we begin. Tiasho, Yakon Namianon, Tuyatan Tiashokotiam Pwa, Tiandia Thia Wati, Kiamuane Hanayayim, Wana Tiatia Tiatoko, Wash Yashyashum Yashian Shot Arkatin Tia Wasian Nandia, Wana Sotor, Yakatuyatan Tiatian Tiatia. Wanotian Boatia Soko Oshoi Oshmoaina Hiatiatiako. Now focus on your root chakra. Iananianiando Dean Nwandiandie. Imagining your root going down into Gaia, Mother Earth, forming strong grounding formations. Athia atik natur athia shiki imi niama atioshun. Swa andia sa atoko o pati asi miwea ni athionko. Ariati isi utukushun. Washamama. Isi ina ato ornak athwatiathian. Rising up to the sacral chakra, putting your soft intention in this area. Anyanyathia awutki sini iwi kashun tupoor Aqua asiama atia thawa iana ena ot os iki siwas ashuananda asako o lalana ithi iti iki si u undiawa. Samawata as atur. Wayananda and aya ash it ik as avata andia o. Wana ani iri atium shawatie kata santo or naka. Coming up to the solar plexus. Suanandi thiashi ipi iki iti ina anto orna aka itara tisin itwasontia at aki awayam wayanom wayane ati iloto shukoi awasa ti anya wanyanya thi ayako. Coming up to the heart. Yama wana ana ita as. Wayama wa ania tor akawia si etyafa kama ot akashi imi ini oto iamani wa ayana ataya ori akash ti ika amotha kart I na a o yes. Rising up into the throat chakra. Wanandia eya hia the ondi ashiwati ani akitas. Wa ando onia thi atawa sham patak ord aya ni a Wa asianta te ariana kia wa te I upashi no rokoi I moyana ye ana thotor. Kama asia wa nombia rayandie kara inia watoya oya shamwa atikath. Rising up into the third eye. Nia asia tukuia maani I ita aldiath. Say Ianana ia te ur imaya wa anti wa athia ash o tiuko amia ati I etia aki o ontia wa. Tina nana ia ma awa te ia ayat ar ti thin imi wa sho na ikar na ati iki umush. Yanandi sinando u si atiki a. Rising up to the crown chakra, imagining a visual of light coming down and through you to meet at the roots below you. Zurnaki ayan I itiga karna ahaya wa samana. Twa okotoshi ik ant iena fuas ako amatu onia an wakania atia omia akatia orna akithia. Wahashi imi itiwa ni ia kotor amwa anatiawa anotiene anitiana. Wana that urkashin iti waha. Wano. Wane. Currently breathe into your whole existence and allow yourself to vibrate at whatever frequency feels the best. For the remaining of this transmission, if you should feel the calling to put one hand over the heart and one hand at your solar plexus, at your throat or third eye, whatever it may be, please feel free to follow what you are called to feel and experience. mio, mio. Aye, 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 ma. Take the time to continue breathing and allow yourself to just experience without knowing, to remember a feeling, an expansive gift arising. As a message from the divine flame within, it is time for our rising, my friends. It is time for us to come back and embody the flame of unconditional divine love within. For now is the time to experience the last of your darkness, to understand how it's shaped and changed and formed you, how it's made you into who you are as part of your experience in this human form, being this divine being walking on this planet in unison with Gaia, your earth. Take the time to love yourself, to honor the dark places, to release with intent and joy, and to surrender to the love blooming within yourself and soul. For this is not new, for this is a ripple of awakening within the consciousness of us all. The time has been called forward, my friends. May you allow your unconditional love to rule. If you are receiving any messages at this point, you may stop or pause the video so that you can go ahead and write them down. Give yourself a moment to experience what you're feeling, any images that might be coming up, any memories that might be floating to the surface. Or you may sit with me and bask in the music and in the energy that we are holding here as sacred space together. as we begin to wrap up our sacred space, coming back together. As we begin to wrap up our space, I want to just share some more human sides of our work today. When I first started remembering light language is when I had my first epiphanies about healing and releasing my anger and my anxiety, and doing so in a very physical manner, which is part of the mentorship programs and offerings that I have for my community that are looking to take their healing and their awakening to a new level. It is always an opportunity to allow yourself to have these moments where you can become more than you've ever dreamed of or even knew that it was possible, through surrender. And that was what it took for me to get to the point where I could speak and sing in a tongue that has no mental recollection for me, but I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my being. And I know that it's there for me, for all of us, for the reasons of growth and ascension and awakening. And if you feel called to do more of this work, reach out. We're here. It's a community. Get involved. Take the time today to do some journaling, do some writing. If you're having a lot of epiphanies or memories coming up right now, let them breeze through you. Don't hold on to it. Don't go rushing off to change the world. Let it integrate into your body. Let yourself feel what it is to carry such a light and to emanate that, and see how it ripples through your environment. See what it brings to you that was out in the world as an opportunity waiting for you to be awake or light enough to really take it on and embody it and hold it within you. Because this is the path. And this is the way that we move forward together as a collective and as individuals. I hope that this class has served you to its highest and greatest of goods, and that you feel called to join us in meetup.com at the Mystic Healing Alliance, or coming to visit me on YouTube, or even booking a private one-on-one if you want a more exclusive and private experience. I am available to serve my community. I hope that you do continue to follow me here on YouTube, though, and by subscribing to the channel, letting the world know that you have liked this video and found it useful by commenting or liking. And I think the greatest gift that if you felt called to give would be to share the link to this video to others in your community of a like mind or suffering from some of the same issues that we've talked about today, that are looking for a natural, medicinal way forward. So my friends, from now until then, so much love. So much love. Have a great day.